Can't see Chelsea coming back from that, but I still think that PSG can be vulnerable to the way Chelsea play.
It's Fernandez up alongside him, little bit of space here for Cole Palmer as well, and João Pedro then stumbles and in losing possession also concedes a free kick.
Well, he had a chance.
Fully towards the referee as Neto sends it over once more. Bodies everywhere, free kick Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, pushing the back, I think. That's exactly what the referee is saying.
Ligue 1 decided to cancel the match with Nantes to allow them to prepare for this one. No such. He was sitting at home watching, thinking, no, what's going on here? I'm not in. But it turned out that it had just been forgotten, and now there's real pressure. And Kvaratskhelia is in! And Mamadou Sarr on his Champions League debut. Inside the opening 6 minutes. Turned and beaten by Kvaratskhelia, who did so much damage in Paris a week ago. That could be the decisive moment of the whole tie. Chelsea behind already, 6-2 on aggregate. It is a mountain to climb for the Premier League side.
Well, you have to feel
it forward. It's collected here by racing forward Hato, and it's into Fernandez. Deflection carrying it behind. Chelsea with a corner. Hato collected by Fernandez for Chelsea. Tidy play via Palmer in towards João Pedro. João Pedro just took half a second too long there. Barcola. Safanov struggling to get near it. Fernandez sends it back in. Deciding to stay on his line. João Pedro looking hopefully towards the referee as Neto sends it over once more. Was Chalobah going up, blasted towards goal by Neto. Did it strike Andre Santos or the defender? Hakimi on the right, look at the space. Hakimi into Barcola, 2-0! Absolutely lethal. Chelsea ripped apart there, 2 goals inside the opening quarter of an hour. And Barcola, who scored the first goal of the tie a week ago. Touch from Palmer, Santos to the near side, now it's Neto. He's going to take on Nuno Mendes. Another opportunity for the Portuguese player. That's a good-looking ball.
18 minutes gone. We've hardly mentioned Dembélé so far.
Haven't needed to here. They come again, though, as it's sent across. This tie actually following so far, or this leg following the same pattern. There'll be a free kick there. Met by Chalobah. Here's Sarr. Ray Santos and Cole Palmer. Palmer's delivery, a dangerous looking one, and just past the post. João Pedro making contact.
Good play from Cole Palmer out on this near side. Once again
going for goal. Here he is again, now Cucurella. Barcola tracking back. They're chasing shadows at the moment. As Marquinhos goes long, he was Barcola. Kvaratskhelia walks it into the back of the net, but the flag goes up on the far side.
Yeah, probably the wrong decision to...
This is Mamadou Sarr.
PSG certainly aren't assured of winning league.
João Pedro chasing hard against William Pacho, proving to be quite the handful. Corner.
João Pedro certainly chases it, but Pacho makes a real mess.
And correct decision for the officials. Brilliant play by Barcola, taking him clear of Chalobah, but just wide of the post. Well, at times, when he produces skills like that, he's unplayable. Space here, João Neves. Several inside the box and almost passed into the back of the net by João Neves.
And the set play.
3 goals in 7 matches in the Champions League for João Pedro, and again Safanov. Well, he'll get the free kick here, but and as the ball's into the box and headed away as far as Caicedo, then they went to Camp Nou and concede. Here's Cole Palmer now. Chelsea looking to at least get a goal. Safanov with the save. Smothered. That was Hakimi with a vital challenge there at the last moment to save the day.
Great.
And Cucurella's cross, the header from Chalobah. And again, Chelsea pushing for a goal. Good play from João Pedro. Challenged by William Pacho. Chelsea appealing for a support arriving alongside him. Barcola might decide to try and go all the way here, and he does, but Sanchez able to make the block.
The youth for balls played into the box.
There goes the half-time whistle, and listen to the home crowd at Stamford.
Yeah, no surprise there. Sarr was up against a very lively Kvaratskhelia.
Cucurella losing out to Hakimi, sent forward by Fernandez once more. Here's Caicedo. Here's the substitute. Palmer trying to break the shackles of Warren Zaire-Emery. The free kick goes the other way.
Well, Palmer was trying to
Due credit for Chelsea for their performance in that Club World Cup final is Marquinhos. João Pedro. Hakimi tried to break free in midfield and almost won the ball back. Referee's going to bring the game back. João Pedro closing in on Safanov, who's given it away to Cucurella. Into João Pedro, just wide.
Once again, really poor play from a goalkeeper. Takes too long, then hurries his clearance, gives it.
Pong, he's done well there. And now it's Pedro Neto into Delap, who gets a touch. Caicedo.
Very impressive for Ipswich last season, a relegated team.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia for PSG, sending it into Hakimi. Mayulu! 3-0. 8 goals over the 2 legs for the holders. Chelsea heading out of the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain going through to the last 8 in some style.
Well, that's not so good.
No, and it was from the Ballon d'Or winner as well, Dembélé, who gave it away and got off the bench rather than start. And here they come now with Kvaratskhelia, who for once doesn't quite get it right.
He's made 3 or 4 very good stops. It's not so good when balls are played in the air into
the table at the end of the league phase, but 7 of the 8 teams the Parisians played are control. Andre Santos. Here's Neto away from Zaire-Emery, and again it all rather breaks down. 2 late goals in the first leg, and then the opener tonight in London as Caicedo goes for goal. Closest Chelsea have been to scoring for a while. Here come Chelsea, and here comes Alejandro Garnacho. Comfortably dealt with by Delap's found Neto here. And it's Garnacho looking for an angle to shoot. Sharp dive down to his left from Matvei Safanov.
Yeah, good from Garnacho.
Tidy play appreciated by the crowd. Pedro Neto whipping that one in straight. Delap now. Looks to tee it up.
So there's a couple of signs.
Challenge there by Andre Santos to win it back. Now with Garnacho, support arriving. Delap's in the box. And Sack to help out. Marquinhos facing Garnacho here, who still looks for an opening. And again, this is Trevor Chalobah now. Hope from the home crowd. Of course they knew that it was an enormous task, but last week on the first 15 here, as you say. And Paris coming forward again, but it doesn't. Delap's found Neto here, and it's Garnacho looking for an angle to shoot. Sharp dive down to his left from Matvei Safanov.
Yeah, good from Garnacho.
Tidy play appreciated by the crowd. Pedro Neto whipping that one in straight. Hope from the home crowd. Of course they knew that it was an enormous task, but
in the previous couple of matches for Chelsea, some of his best form.
No additional time.